I know what you're thinking already, that I'm crazy, that I've broken under the pressure of something mundane and turned it into madness. But I beg you, if you've found this file, this letter, this warning, whatever it ends up being, read it. Read it carefully, and if anything feels familiar, even vaguely, you need to leave. You need to burn the place. You need to run. Because the mouth doesn't forgive. It waits. It started with a sound. That's how they always start, don't they? Not a loud crash or a whisper in the dark, nothing dramatic. Just a sound. A wet sound, like someone slowly chewing with their mouth open. I thought it was the pipes at first. The apartment I'd moved into was older, one of those aging Victorian-style houses that had been gutted and split into flats. I lived on the bottom floor. Cheap rent, close to campus, private entrance. Too good to be true, I guess. The sound came at night, right after I'd turn off the lights. I'd lie in bed, close my eyes, and then schlick, shilurk, smack, smack. Always just quiet enough that I questioned if I'd imagined it. But I hadn't. It came from beneath the floorboards, directly under my bed. I didn't tell anyone at first. I mean, what would I say? Hey, I think something's chewing under my bed. I recorded it, but the sound never showed up in the playback. Just static. I even tried calling the landlord to ask if there might be animals under the floorboards. He told me, rather rudely, that the floor was solid concrete underneath, and unless I thought rats could chew through that, I should stop wasting his time. It kept happening, every night, and it grew louder. Soon it wasn't just the chewing. I started hearing breathing too, heavy, moist, rhythmic. It made the whole room feel humid, like I was sleeping inside a mouth. I moved my bed to the opposite side of the room. It didn't help. The sounds followed, always directly beneath me. Then came the dreams. I'd wake in the night gasping, sure I'd just been swallowed. I could feel it, the slick slide of a tongue against my back, the press of gums around my ribs. In the dreams, I was never screaming. I was quiet, passive, letting it happen, and when I woke up, my sheets were soaked in sweat. And then I heard it speak. I swear on whatever soul I have left. It spoke. That night, I hadn't even gone to bed yet. I was sitting on the edge of the mattress trying to build up the courage to sleep when it said, in a voice like syrup poured over gravel, "Do you want to come down?" I bolted. I didn't look back. I slept in my car that night, engine running, every light on. But by morning, I convinced myself I was losing it. Hallucinating. Maybe stress from school. Maybe a breakdown. I looked up symptoms of psychosis and convinced myself it was just that. I didn't go back inside for the entire day. But of course, I had to eventually. My phone died. I needed my laptop, clothes, money. When I finally returned, the air in the apartment felt thicker, as if I'd walked into a sealed plastic bag. It was dark, even though the windows weren't covered. And the chewing had returned. I don't know why I didn't leave again. Maybe I thought if I ignored it, it would go away. But that was the beginning of the end. Once it knew I'd heard it, really heard it, it got bolder. It stopped waiting for night. I would hear it while cooking, while brushing my teeth. I even heard it once during a lecture, loud and wet, inside my head. I dropped my books and sprinted out of the classroom. I was gone before anyone could stop me. It started showing me things too. The floorboards in my bedroom began to rot. Just a small patch at first, spongy, dark, warped. I covered it with a rug. I didn't want to acknowledge it, and part of me still hoped I was just going insane. That denial felt safer. But each morning, the patch grew larger. I stopped sleeping entirely. That's when I saw the teeth. I was half asleep in the chair by the window, the only place the sound didn't seem to reach, when I glanced at the floor and saw them, just for a second. Dozens of them, yellow and crooked, poking up between the seams in the wood. I jumped up. They were gone, but I saw them. I know I saw them. And then the next day a hole appeared, just wide enough to see through, just deep enough to whisper from. And it did. It told me things I never wanted to hear. Things I had buried deep, like the way I let my brother drown when we were kids. How I lied to everyone about trying to save him. How I just watched, frozen. How I'd always known I was rotting inside too. "You belong down here," it said. I began hearing that sentence in every sound, in passing cars, in water running. I couldn't go outside, couldn't be around people. The mouth had made my home inside me. I tried everything. I nailed the floor shut. I tried sealing it with cement, but no matter what I did, the hole returned. Bigger, wider, closer. So I screamed at her to leave. I hate myself for that. The floor's gone now. It's just lips, soft, bloated, crusted at the corners, always smiling, always wet. The hole is wide enough to step into, and sometimes I catch myself leaning toward it, hypnotized. It sings to me now. Low, gurgling songs about flesh and guilt and memory. It tells me that I'll feel safe if I go inside, that the dark will hold me better than the light ever did. I believe it. And maybe that's the worst part. The last time I looked in the mirror, my mouth didn't move when I spoke, but I heard it speak. It said, "He belongs down here." I can't remember the last time I blinked. My lips are always moving, even when I don't speak. There's a soreness in my throat that no water can soothe, and when I press my ear to the floor in the bathroom, the only place it hasn't claimed, I can hear others. Dozens of voices, all of them chewing, all of them whispering my name. So here's my warning. If you hear chewing in the dark, leave. Don't investigate. Don't ask questions. Don't wait to be invited. Because once it speaks your name, it knows where your guilt lives. And once it finds that crack in you, it starts eating.